Audio testing 1 2 3. Audio testing 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Is this good? Is this okay? Audio check 1 2 3. 2 3. Audio test. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so for tonight's log, several things. Since I don't have a proper keyboard, thank you, Apple. I will talk about this a little bit later. It's getting to me really bad. What can you do when life gives you no USB-C, USB-A ports? I guess you just stop using your computer. I'm gonna rant about Apple later. I have a lot to say about this company right now. Okay. For now, though, I forgot to do the cooking review, I think. Maybe? Because no other reason. Just, I want to enjoy my food sometimes, I guess. But, I still remember shit, so let's go with this one. Okay. Yesterday night, I tried an omelet, make it look a little better. Honestly, I don't remember so much, other than I fucked up the eggs. Did I cover this? I think I did. I didn't have an omelet today. The omelet texture is important. It's important. It's, oh shit, what the fuck? Why did it do that? Okay, fuck, man. What's going on? Come on, okay. Oh, sometimes I don't understand. Okay, it was preview. I hope it saved its stat. Oh, come on, please tell me it saved it. Please don't make... Okay, thank you. Okay. That's one nice thing about Apple computers. It saves the state of what... That's one feature I love. It's actually very intuitive. Okay, yeah, I fucked up the eggs. What happened was I remember this. I heated the butter. It was melting, but I turned down the heat way too fast. And when I poured in the egg mix, it wasn't cooking. And then what happened is it bubbled like crazy. I had to get rid of the bubbles, and that fucked up the whole... You know what? I need to get a new frying pan, as crazy as it sounds. It's just way too big. So, adding the other shit on top, whatever. I think I didn't use enough butter. I went cheap on a butter, and the moment you go cheap on butter, I think I can taste it. It doesn't taste the same. The luxurious, it's like, this thing in your mouth that's really creamy. It's butter. It's expensive. You can't get around it. That's yesterday. Okay, today, tuna mix. Looking a lot better than yesterday. I'm telling you. What I found was a trick was, at least with the canned tuna I'm using here, it's kind of like wet and soggy. And I think one theme I've realized about cooking is that people hate soggy shit. I'm serious. I mean, like, it's not always true, but I think one characteristic of really good restaurant food is that it's never soggy. I mean, how many things, like, look, it looks better, right? I mean, I don't know if, where's yesterday's picture? The only thing I ever did here was just, first of all, to the tuna mix I made yesterday, I didn't have chives or dill or whatever. I added it, mixed it again, and then I transferred it simply from one bowl to the other. That's it. Leaving the excess slop, liquid, and just draining it away, and just dumping it, It looks better already. Looks like a more usable thing. And what I remember from the shrimp video is that the difference between a good melt or, it's just, what does a deli have that you don't? They leave it in the fridge overnight, again, and again, and again, and it tastes really good up to like a week, and then it goes bad, right? So basically, to me that says, okay, well, get rid of the excess moisture, excess liquid. It's yucky. Let it sit longer and longer and longer, and then at the very end, dump it. Makes sense. And it tasted good. I mean, I think I'm getting either my food is tasting worse day by day, or I'm experiencing a phenomena where I'm just getting used. I think that's what it is. Cause I tell you what, I ordered a really good chicken. I mean, for my favorite chicken place here in Okinawa, it's called High Side Chicken. But it wasn't that good. Now, I don't know if that's because I had this other food, and then now that one's relatively not that great as I remember, or perhaps the food that I'm making now is that good, and relative to that food I'm making now, High Side Chicken is just, I'd say it's about comparable. I'm not going, this is so. I'm not doing that. It's just I'm eating the chicken like, yeah, it's chicken. It's pretty good. But then it's by the same vein, I'm not getting, oh, this is so good. When I eat this food now, it's like, yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. And to tell you what, I'm looking at this. I'm gonna have this later. It's so easy. It's already in my fridge. I can just toast some toast. Oh, a lovely lady. One of the people who's taking care of me now. You know, she's getting paid for it though. Man, she got me a lot of great shit from the supermarket today. American mustard, American relish. It's sold for pretty reasonable prices. It's a little expensive, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's like, you know, it's a decent quantity. Yeah, it's like 50% more expensive than like 10 years ago, but you're talking about like relish going from 300 to 400 to 500. Okay, like whatever, right? You don't use that often. It's not a big deal. So I got some of that shit, and then I tried it today. It is better in my mind. I don't know if it's because my tuna mix sucks or whatever. I would do one toast for this sandwich. I do one toast, smear with mayonnaise, other toast, smear with mustard, and then put relish on top, and then put the tuna melt on top, and it tastes good. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Actually, this is just good overall. Okay, that's about the tuna melt. Next, right. That's when it looks wet. It looks disgusting, right? All I gotta do is just toss it around and it'll look better. Next. Okay, I don't know why this picture is here. Is this Louis Vuitton, okay? The stupid joke in Okinawa is that it sounds like Louis Vuitton, the French brand. Stupid joke. It means, it's basically Okinawan beautiful pork. I thought I might add it to my pasta. You see, it's pretty cheap. 334 yen? It's good pork. It's like $2 US. I don't know what the fuck pork costs in US. I mean, in my mind, that looks pretty cheap. The housewife lady who was doing this for me, she's pretty good at buying shit. I could tell. She buys shit all the time. She buys shit all the fucking time. Because when she came back, she was like, yeah, no, I didn't get that for you because it was like close to expiry. I didn't get that for you because it was like, I don't know, like she made a lot of good decisions that I would have made myself. She's very good at it. You know, I recognize talents where talents lie. She's not good at other shit though. Like she's not good at tech. She fucked up the USB port thing. I mean, to be fair, I think I made a mistake, but whatever. I added this to the pasta. I won't do it again. It's stupid. I thought it might work. I mean, listen, the trick is, I now know, for meats you cook, you add salt. And why? Like Kenji had a great video. I recommend watching it later. I'm gonna watch it later. He did it for the New York Times. Why do you add salt to meat? It's not for the taste. It's because it's so crazy. How is this guy not more He is popular. People shit on him though. He's explaining why. It's like essentially you add salt to meat because when you cook meat, like you in a frying pan or whatever, okay, like you know, the lazy way basically, that essentially what happens is, if you don't add salt, the juices from the meat leave, and the meat gets tough. It gets stringy. It gets like tough and stringy, and that's what I got. I didn't add anything. I just dumped it in a frying pan, and oishiku nai. Tough, dry, yucky. Next time I'll try adding salt. I thought that it might extract the meat juices and dump it into this pasta mix. It did not happen for me. Nope. Next time, add salt. Add salt. Wait. I don't know. We'll see. That was the pasta from today. 8 out of 10. It was good. 8 out of 10 though. I added some other herbs and chives to make it look better. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't look that good. You know, the one I did before was better, but it's okay. I fucked up the onion extract. I now know when there is that brown shit on the bottom of your saucepan when you're doing caramelized onions, you don't wait. I thought you could wait till the end. You don't wait. You put some water in and deglaze by friction. That means you use a wooden spatula, spoon, whatever to scrape it off. And you don't extract it from there. You just let it cook in it. Okay. Mistakes were made. so it wasn't as good. I fucked up that part. I didn't use enough butter. So not enough butter. Didn't deglaze properly. Meh. Next. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I took this for. It's when it's cooking. Next. Oh, right. This is to remind myself what it's like to prep the sandwich. 2 pieces of toast. Heinz mustard. This is different from S&B. I love Heinz mustard. It reminds me of Canada. That's all. I miss a lot about Canada, honestly. Pickles. This is expensive, but whatever. The relish smells so good. Kewpie mayo. I mentioned yesterday. This in Japan is super fucking cheap. I don't know. It's on sale. Be 200 yen. Not on sale. 300 yen. Regardless, that's like what, $2 2 point something bucks US. Ultra cheap. This is, you can use this for like weeks. Well, I mean, if you're one person, even a family will be gone in like 3 days. Then the tuna melt, which doesn't look as disgusting because it's wrapped up and there's no excess liquid. Toast. So Kewpie mayo, slather on one, mustard and relish on the other. Then, or relish can go on anyone, and then tuna melt in the middle. It's good. It's yummy. It's nutritious. What's bad about this? I think it's good. Next. Oh, this is, look at how lovely that lady left the shit in for me. This is not pretty. Shit, my wife never did this. I don't know. I want to shit on my wife all the time. I'm so sorry. I don't want to shit on her anymore. This is beautiful. You open a fridge like this, don't you want to like cook something? She did this for me. I mean, I guess she had to because like she's getting money, she's getting paid, but like, I don't know. Listen, what I thought was she became hotter after she did this for me. When a woman does this for you, like it feels nice, okay? I think it's one of women's greatest. It's organizing shit. Honestly, it just feels good. Eringi, this is the king oyster mushroom I talked about. It's very cheap, like 100 yen. But I mean, it's local to Okinawa. This price hasn't fluctuated. You see, that's what I think. Like when people think things are expensive. Yes. It depends on what they need to make it, of course. If they need American products to make it, then it's going to be expensive, right? They don't need it if the product is kind of insulated from the outside economy. It hasn't changed much. This is like still 150, 130 yen. It has always been that price. It hasn't changed much. So, that's the same as 130 is really cheap. The Okinawa cherry tomatoes also doesn't change much. It's fine. Right? If you want the big tomatoes, that's changed though for some reason. This is also Okinawan. It's like, still relative to the same price. Lemons are expensive though. Lemons are expensive and other shit. This is I don't know if they're the same kind of fridge in the States. This, they call it the yasai. You put all your veggies in here. And I was like, what the fuck is this chamber about? Why is it just for like, it's not. It's the temperature's different. It's not as cold because and I experienced this phenomena with chives. If you put chives in a very cold, like I put it by accident in a freezer, just absent-minded, and yeah, it fucks it up bad. Like I think something breaks down, it becomes all liquid, like all the liquid starts pouring out. It becomes like it's dry and then it's soggy. I can't explain it. It fucks it up. So I guess the idea is not fuck up your veggies and store it longer. As opposed, like room temperature would be fine too, but I suppose at room temperature it would rot faster. It would just go bad more quickly. Whereas if you keep it at a nice, cool, I think it's like 8 degrees, kind of like a really cold Canadian fall day. I don't know. It keeps long, and it doesn't ruin the veggies. The veggies they're okay with that temperature. It's like the veggies are cool with this temperature. They're fine. It's a little bit cold for them, but they're okay, and they won't crap out on you, I guess. Isn't that cool? Looks so nice, huh? Yeah, same fucking photo. Yeah, meat got really fucking dry. I fucked up. Salt next time. Maybe something to taste. I don't know, yeah, okay. This is random photos at this point, okay. Yeah, it looks good when you cook it. Yeah, it looks disgusting, okay? I know. I have problems cutting the fucking toast in a triangle. I really do. It gets caught here and here, and it's like I'm wrestling with a fucking knife, and like, I don't know, man. But it looks better when you cut in triangles. It tastes good, though. The dill was good. I added dill. I love the fragrance. It tastes good. They sell dill here. Also the pasta. My wife likes this brand called Mama's Pasta. It's good. It's okay, I guess. And that's it. Okay, next up. Firefox. Firefox, please. There we go, Kenji. So, talking from left to right. Mac, why no USB-A? Yo, Apple. Sorry, I got the biggest fucking middle finger at you right now. I paid $2,000 fucking dollars for your goddamn MacBook 3 years ago, and I swear to God, I've lost 5,000 yen because I've been struggling to get any of my peripheral, like keyboard, microphone, mouse, let's see here, speakers, the keyboard, MIDI keyboard, none of them connect because you guys are too snobby to just leave just one USB-A port on this computer. Look, I don't have a converter on me, okay? You think, oh, but there's dongles. Dude, what if you travel and lose your dongle? You gotta go to a fucking store and get it? Like, just save people the trouble and have a USB-A. Just one port on it. I know USB-C is cool. I know it's cool. I know it's fucking awesome. It's got more power. It's got everything. Just admit that people are still gonna use their USB-A shit for years to come. And put the fucking USB-A port on your computer. I know it's ugly. I know it's like having an incandescent light amongst all your LEDs. Oh, the horror, the travesty, 40-watt light bulb in your fucking room. Tell you what, I love you. I love incandescent lights. I love them. I mean, I have a mix of LEDs and incandescents. I like incandescent. They got a nice glow to them. I can't. Yeah, it's not energy efficient. I don't fucking care. Okay? I don't like this purist all USB-C because it's cool. F you, Apple. Fucking hate my MacBook because of this. Thanks for the HDMI. I'm using it right now. They left me a nice HDMI. Did you feel bad about the HDMI cable? Why'd you put that in? Weird. Not all DisplayPort like 10? Oh, fuck, man. Anyway. Apple, also, one more thing I want to say Apple. I would sell Apple stock today. Just saying. I'm not a stock advisor. I think Apple's... You know why? Because of this. What is this bullshit? Is this a real ad? Is this what it looks like? Is this Is this New York? It looks like New York, like Brooklyn or something. I don't know. Dude, is that how ads look these days? That's insane. Okay? Hello, Apple Intelligence. This looks like trying so hard to be relevant. You know? Like me trying to get more views. Like me trying to be Marcus Brown. Like, come on, it's not gonna happen. What the fuck does that mean? Like, I'm gonna put this a little bit because I think it's relevant. Okay, this whole segment that, again, Marcus Brownlee, he makes fucking amazing videos. They're so entertaining. Galen hasn't responded. I was telling Galen, this is better than TV. This is fucking entertaining. All these people trying so hard for your views and shit. This is so much better. You know what? I mean, hypothetically, if YT disappeared tomorrow, I'm stressed out. I got nothing to entertain me every day. Right? I'm not going to open Japanese TV and shit. I'm sure that they're moving along here, but like, I don't know. I'll say no more. Man, the production values are out of this world. I gotta disable the fucking mic. Capture. I don't do anything. I let the mic capture the audio.
Like the most important new feature of their devices. They even had to delete a commercial that they made and published. They had to take it back because it was literally just advertising a new feature of this big Siri update that doesn't exist yet. It's like looking into your phone and using context to tell you something. That straight up didn't work.
Siri, what's the name of the guy I had a meeting with a couple of months ago at Cafe Grinnell?
You met Zach Wingate at Cafe Grinnell.
Hey!
Zach!
Wow, I didn't think you'd remember me.
Yeah, of course. Since I saw you, I'm like, it's Zach. Nobody walks like Zach.
Okay. Audio's okay. Listen, this is the most. Is this an actual commercial from Apple? It's not a meme, right? It's not a meme, right? It's not like some. Please don't tell me I'm being 4D chessed here. This is not an actual Apple ad. If this is an actual Apple ad, I would sell Apple today. Just straight up this. I'd sell it. They don't know what they're talking about. Do they? Do they know what they're talking about? What does this tell me? Wait, are they saying that it's so creepy that you could ask questions like this and your phone would actually reply? Like, that means Siri is actually tracking who you meet? That's creepy as fuck. I would disable this feature right away. And the worst part is, I think the allegation was this doesn't even work. What they're advertising here does not even work. And yet, at the same time, I'm telling you, if this feature exists on my phone, I would disable it right away. You're telling me you're monitoring all the people I meet? What if I meet like a woman in private, and you know, we have a bit of a and then you're telling me that your wife could check that up on your phone by asking, "Hey Siri, who did my husband see?" Come on, this is fucking like stupid. And not only that, I don't like the way they choose the actress as an actor. You know, they're deliberately kind of okay looking, but not. They're trendy. You know, they're like the new, as Kenji put it, the non-binary people. Okay, like it's just fucking. What is that called again in the meme language? Like it's all about. What is that called? The inclusive, woke, corporate woke. We see you. We see you. You know, we know that cringe moment when they're like trying to appeal to like the new woke generation. I don't know, man. Look at how deliberately unattractive and attractive she is, and this guy too, right? And it's just so cringe all over. I don't say sell Apple. I think Apple's. I think this is the shittiest commercial ever. It says nothing, and sell Apple. Okay. Next on the list, tzatziki sauce. I'm gonna fuck this up bad. Wifey and I made several attempts before I'm making this. It's good. At least one thing I had in common with her, we like this kind of stuff. Everyone likes tzatziki sauce. Who doesn't like this shit? It's so good. And what the trick is, again, with cooking, take the water out. Again, it's all about taking the water out. You can't get Greek yogurt in Japan. No way. But what is Greek yogurt? It's just yogurt with less water. Strained yogurt. Okay, so right now in my fridge, I have your regular cheap Japanese yogurt being strained. Just sieve, big bowl. Apparently coffee filters. I think that's stupid because the coffee filters are already like saturated with water. I think it doesn't make no difference. I don't know. But you let it sit overnight. So this is not I feel like making it now. I'll get it in 10 minutes. Not really, apparently. Two things. Yogurt and cucumber. The most pain in the ass ingredients because if you can't buy Greek yogurt, which is most of Asian countries, I would believe, you take regular yogurt and you gotta drain it. Strain it. Sorry, is the word, right? Which means time. Which means overnight. Which means you can't get it right away. But at the same time, cucumber too, unless you're going to squeeze it, you just put salt on it. Apparently, you grate it. I grated cucumber for the first time in my life, and it was fucking easy. I mean, I thought it would be pretty hard. Nah, you just hold the grate in a certain way and just push a cucumber, not so hard, against it. And I don't know why people buy machines for this. The Japanese grater was very good. I don't know what to say. It's like not that hard. I didn't bother mincing it afterwards, and I just collected it like a pleb off the cutting board with my hands and just dumped it into a fucking sieve and just salted it, whatever. And water's coming out of it. And what the goal is with tzatziki is dry the yogurt as much as you can, dry the cucumber, get it dry like a desert, dry everything, dry the yogurt, dry the cucumber, water out. But you can't boil it. you got to do it like let the water come out by itself. Then the rest is pretty easy. You add olive oil, I think some herbs like fucking, is that dill? Dill maybe you see here? Is that dill? Can I enlarge? My god, that looks fucking nice. That's so Greek. Look at that. Look at this photo. People are so fucking crazy. Look, that looks amazing, right? But look, that's the lighting, eh? You need it's a window here with like a north window maybe that doesn't emit direct light. It's all indirect light. That means cloud light coming in. That's what MKBHD gets that look, right? You never, or unless it's intentional, he's a master at lighting. He never admits direct sunlight because direct sunlight is very pleb. It looks pleb when you have direct light, like direct sunlight beaming in, unless you're looking for that look intentionally. For like morning, like movies use it, like the morning light, a new beginning, right? Or they get even fancier with like more advanced, but like generally speaking, that's what it is, right? Morning light, a new beginning, generally at the end of a movie when the characters have resolved their crisis onto a new life, happily ever after. That's when you see the morning light, okay? But otherwise, you want cool look, no direct light, indirect light galore, flood it with indirect light like a mall. This is a mall look, right? This is a food court light, if I could explain it that way. All right, food court light, very even, no shadows. I mean, no hard shadows, soft shadows everywhere. Lovely. Okay, then that's what it looks like, tzatziki sauce. Holy fucking shit. If the yogurt is soggy, game over. If your cucumber things inside are soggy, game over. But the rest is easy, right? Once you got the drained cucumber, you got the drained yogurt, you just add olive oil, some people add some lemon. People said that's not right. Authentic is use vinegar. Who gives a shit? One sour one way, one sour the other way. Add it. Dill, very cheap. And you just eat it directly sometimes, I think. But generally they use it on like cooked meats. Oh man, that looks good. And I can have it tomorrow. Yeah, pita bread. Wifey was really into pita bread. I don't give a shit about pita bread. It could be any bread. Is that... Yeah, whatever. I'll eat it directly. It's so good. Don't know what the fuck you do. I have no food that go well. I mean, you can just slop it on any bread, right? As long as it's not toasted hot bread. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Anyway, everyone knows tzatziki sauce. I remember tzatziki sauce from Jimmy the Greek in Toronto. They were at Domino's Center near my house. I loved that place. Kind of, the tzatziki sauce was so good. I would dump it all over the plate, on the rice, on the potatoes, on the salad, on everything. Everything is tzatziki sauce, and just so goddamn good. Yeah. Okay, so that covers that. Then last but not least, I watched this. That looks good to me, by the way. Does that not look good? It looks unpresentable, but like, I like the way he's standing and eating. You know, he cooks his food and he's eating in the kitchen as I don't. That's okay. I mean, I want to do that. My mother was like, "Why do you like that, man? Why do you eat while standing, like off the pot and shit?" Yeah, 'cause you don't have to do dishes that way. What's wrong with that? Yeah, look, it looks stupid. I get it, but like, whatever. That's just what I gotta watch this.
Pleased with how these came out.
Look at this.
Look at that.
That's sexy, man.
Doesn't it look good?
That's
I haven't
sexy.
even eaten it yet, and I know it's going to be delicious. Should I just eat it?
I love this. Look, this look makes me happy.
Hey everyone, this is Kenji Lopez Alt. I'm going to be making
I
some
love this kitchen makes me
Oklahoma
happy.
onion burgers. These are one of these sort of great regional hamburger
Look at
styles
that
in the
shit.
US. Invented in El Reno, Oklahoma by Homer Davis
I
during
need
the
buns.
Depression. They were
I need
originally
buns.
invented as a way to stretch out hamburger meat by cutting them almost 50-50 with onions. These days people continue to do it just because they taste fantastic. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm starting with ground beef. Any ground beef from the supermarket will do. You want it to be relatively fatty though, so this is 80-20. You just don't want it to be too...
I gotta say though, ground beef looks disgusting. Looks like worms, right? At least in Japan, I don't think it has that kind of... It's not really that shape. American ground beef and Japanese ground beef are a little bit different. But it looks disgusting, honestly. It's just... But it tastes fucking good. And I'm gonna... One reason I like this guy even more is that he's same age as me. Well, why does he look so much more accomplished? I feel so inferior. But he also says he hates when people add shit like panko. What is that? Like panko. Bread crumbs. I don't know. What is it called in English? I don't remember. Like they use it to make hamburger. They call it in Japan. It's like a beef meatloaf. That's what it is. They call it hamburger in Japan. It's so confusing. Hamburger, meatloaf, hamburger, hamburger. It's like, okay, this cross translation is messing with my head. They call it in America or in Western world, they call it a meatloaf, which is basically, to my mind, it's a fucked up beef patty. Okay, that's what it is. They add all kinds of stupid shit like egg or breadcrumbs. Is that what it is? Bread. I don't know. I think it's the edge of the bread. Okay, like it makes it really heavy. I know it's a cheap way to make it taste better, but you know what's better than that? And he's gonna show it to you. Caramelized onions. Oh yeah, I'm saying oh yeah.
Because
look how easy this is gonna be. Look, I'm gonna make something in 2 days.
I'm gonna roughly
on
divide it into
Thursday.
about 4
On
even
Thursday,
patty.
when those lovely ladies come to take care of me again, they're gonna bring some nice ground beef. I mean, like it's Okinawan like pork and whatever Japanese beef mix, reasonably priced. I hope ground beef. I'm gonna copy this guy. I can do I can do this. I can do what he's doing.
Normally, I would recommend very gently handling these.
Right?
And kind of just loosely
Just
forming
take
them into a patty
that
so you don't
in your
compress the meat, and
hands,
you get almost
pocket
sort of
it
like a
up.
fluffy texture inside.
I can
However,
do this.
with these styles of burgers, we're going to be smashing them out, and so we want them to have a little bit more cohesion. So I'm actually going to kind of knead these balls
them.
just a little bit. And the idea here is that just like when you're kneading bread dough, the proteins in here are going to cross-link and sort of form a kind of a matrix that's going to help the meat hold its shape a little better.
Yo.
You know, I'm squeezing this the way like a hefty toddler would squeeze Play-Doh.
See, I love the way he explains that. Doesn't everyone understand what that's like? A hefty toddler playing with, is it kneading or whatever you call it, Play-Doh? That's so easy to understand. So like you don't have to think too hard. Okay, I take that in my hands. I'm kneading Play-Doh like I'm a child. This is what makes him different.
You want to kind of knead it together just
Oh,
until
and by
it
the
starts-
way, I was really worried about these lines. I'm getting these lines as I think it's because I went through a lot of stress in the last 5 years. And I'm like, I'm so worried about that. Looking at me like, oh, I look angry all the fucking time. It's okay, because Kenji has them too.
to feel a little bit tacky. You'll notice kind of a change in texture as it really starts to cling to itself. So you can do this part ahead. You can refrigerate the patties if you want. I'm going to jump straight into it, so I'm going to just go to the
Thank
next
you.
step, which is to flatten them out just a little bit, not a ton. I'm going to try and get them into
Okay.
rounds about 3 inches or
So
so.
now that it's compacted, you want to make it into a
Get some
patty
salt
shape.
here.
I
I
get
will
that. Add some salt. This
season
is going
one
to
side.
alter the meat. That's what I can tell, right? It's
Salt
going to
and
make
pepper.
it different.
We're going to flip these
Black
over.
pepper.
I'm going to go wash my hands, and we're going to start on the onions.
What's that? Salt? Again?
All right, so for the onions, the key here is that you want to slice your onions right before you use them, and you want to slice them very, very thin.
See,
like
I
these-
did not know that. See? I did not know that. He's explaining why you don't want to let your onions sit out there for eternity. Again, that's what I like about this guy. I mean, I didn't know that, but he'll tell you why. He'll tell you why at
A
least.
mandolin for this. You can use a knife, of course, if you
mean-
want, but these Japanese mandolins are relatively
Oh,
inexpensive. The
I
brand-
have this at home. They call them a bendy. Bendy. Convenient is bendy. It's some kind of like twisted like mangling of the word bendy in Japan, which bendy means convenient. They use it all the time. Bendy da ne. Cho bendy da yo. You know, like bendy just means convenient. And they mangle it into like super convenient or like more I don't know what the fuck it is. It's called a mandolin. No, what? A mando something in English. I don't know. Wife got this tool. I don't want to use it though. It looks kind of scary. Like you're gonna cut your fingers off, but whatever. I'll see how he uses it.
Ben Rinner, or in Japanese, Ben Rina, which like literally translates
Yeah,
to,
Ben Rinner.
oh, how handy. And they are handy. What we used to call in the restaurant, we used to call this one the Big Benny. When I have a Big Benny available to me, I like to slice my onions whole. Otherwise, you can slice your onion in half and do it on the smaller Benny. The reason you want to slice your onions just before using them. The chemicals specifically that make you tear up in onions, which are called the lacrimators, same root word for like lacrimose, so sad, it represents tears. The lacrimators in the onions only form after you slice them.
This
And
is
the
so
longer you let an onion
convenient.
sit after slicing, the more
Oh, I
pungent
gotta
that's
use
gonna
it.
get.
That looks pretty
All right, so we
easy.
got a whole onion
How's
here,
that
sliced
hard?
basically as thin as possible.
I think
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
just like the grater, don't keep rubbing it, and your hand goes into there too. That's not that hard. You just exercise the same caution as you would with a. Yeah, I mean, like, this is not that bad. It makes it one more time. It's like grating
gonna
something.
get. All right, so we got.
Wait,
and so the
what?
tears, the
Yeah, it's a 45-degree or whatever angle, and then you just rub the
lacrimators in the onion.
you rub the flat surface of the onion on it.
Only form after you slice them.
so
And so the
easy.
longer you let an onion sit after slicing,
do this.
the more pungent that's going to get.
I can
All right,
do
so we
this,
got
I
a whole
think.
onion here, sliced basically as thin as possible. And what I'm going to do
Man,
is I'm
that's
going to
beautiful.
place
Okay.
a big pile of these on top of each one of these patties here. It's like a real big pile.
I know I have
I'm
this
kind of
tool. I'm
going
gonna look
for
for
a
upstairs. I know I
loose
have
haystack
this.
here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to smash these patties down into that pan. Some of these onions are going to hit the pan immediately. Some of them are going to rest on top of the patties. We're going to flip them over, and you end up having these sort of multiple textures and flavors of onion, and that's, I think, really part of the magic of this type of burger. I got my cast iron pan. I'm going to get it really nice and hot. You can use cast iron, you can use stainless steel. This will make your house, it will make your kitchen, your apartment, whatever you live, your tent, it will make it smell like onions
I love
for a
it.
long time.
Yo,
It'll also
no joke. Those women that came over today was like, "Man, your kitchen smells really nice," and I was so fucking happy. I was just caramelizing onions. You mean smells nice? Like you don't get that smell in your kitchen nice? Felt I had an advantage. I just told him it's I call it net cooking, netto cooking だよ. Netto ryori, internet cooking, like as in you have no fucking clue what you're doing with cooking, but who does? Everyone's a beginner at some point, and instead of having a teacher teach you, or your dad teach you, or mom teach you, or grandma teach you, now you have people like Kenji teaching you. Is that bad? Is there like a negative in this I'm not seeing? What's wrong with this? All the food so far, every recipe he's dished out to me has been stellar. Honestly, it's been great. It's practical, easy, not so hard, and the best part is, it's fun. He makes cooking fun. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, when something is fun, and you go, I'll stop. Keep going
smoke
the
a
video.
little bit and steam a little bit, so just be prepared for that. One thing you'll notice, I have not seasoned the onions yet. That's actually pretty
Oh,
important.
by the way, this tool, I ordered it on Amazon. I don't it's to scrape shit off your wooden, your cutting board. Looks fucking awesome. I also ordered a fucking big cutting board too, but that takes a long time to ship. I'm excited. Honestly, I'm equally excited about my CPU cooler and this new cutting board, which is perfectly like the size of like the space I have for on my counter. What the fuck has life become?
As soon as you salt onions, they're going to start purging liquid. That salt is going to draw moisture out from the onions. And if you do that before the onions are in the pan,
Wait,
and
this is
these
very
are sort of
important.
starting to
I
get
got a lot.
little-
Wait.
There's an onion, and that's, I think, really part of the magic of this type of burger. I got my cast iron pan. I'm going to get it really nice and hot. You can use cast iron, you can use stainless steel. This will make your house. It will make your
Wait, I don't have you need cast iron? What the fuck is that? So exotic. I had to check. I missed that part. Whoopsies. Why do you need cast iron
kitchen,
for?
your apartment, whatever you live, your tent, it will make it smell like onions for a long time. It'll also smoke a little bit and steam a little bit, so just be prepared for that.
Yummy.
One thing you'll notice, I have not seasoned the onions
Don't
yet. That's
season.
actually pretty important.
Okay.
As soon as you salt onions, they're going to start
Don't salt
purging
them.
liquid. That salt is going to draw moisture out
It
from
draws-
the
it
onions.
draws moisture
and
out. I got
if you
that
do that
part.
before the onions are in the pan, and these are sort of starting to get a little bit wet, they're not going to sear properly. They're not
Okay.
going to spread out properly when you
Okay.
smash them. So you don't want to salt your onions until
Don't salt the
after
onions.
you've already
Don't salt
smashed on
the
your
onions. I
burgers
got
and
it.
you're on the
Okay,
pan
don't
and you're
salt the
ready to
onions.
go.
Got it. Okay.
I got
Makes
a
sense.
big spatula.
Water comes out,
This is
not
probably
good.
the biggest spatula I've ever
I
tried
don't
this
have
with.
this. No one has
But
this.
as
What the
long as
fuck
the
is this?
spatula fits flat
too fucking
inside
large.
your pan like that,
What if you don't
and
have
it's
it?
nice and stiff, that's what you want. All right, so we're gonna
Do
work
you
one
need
burger at a
this?
time here.
I'll just use a
So this
regular
is going
spatula.
in with the seasoned side down, and with each patty, I want to push them down so that they stay as wide as possible, but within
Push it
their own
down.
sort of quadrant.
That'll-
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus really on the
Chinese
edges,
cleaver.
which I want to get
I can
to
try
be sort
that.
of the thinnest part. Leave them a little bit thicker in the center so they stay.
I got
juicier.
one coming tomorrow.
And any onions that
Okay,
fall off at
maybe,
this point, you just
but
kind of
it would be too-
tuck them right back on. I had this pan as hot as I could get it, and I'm keeping it at the highest heat as we go. You'll notice I also did not add any oil to the pan. First of all, you don't need any extra fat because the beef is going to have quite a bit of fat on its own.
Interesting.
But you want the patties to actually stick a little bit around the edges. That's how you sort of get the laciest, crispiest edges. In fact, sometimes if your cast iron pan is a little bit too well seasoned, which this one is actually really well seasoned, it won't stick very well. And so you won't get quite the crispy edges you get on, say, like a stainless steel griddle or in a stainless steel pan.
I don't
Either
have
way,
this
it comes
tool
out
he's
really
talking
delicious.
about. This is too
If you're
exotic.
not comfortable kind of sticking your
You have
hand
this
on
tool
a
just
spatula
for
like
this?
that, one good trick is to use 2 stiff spatulas or, say, a wooden spoon, and then you can push on one with the other to get sort of pressure on it without getting your hands too hot. I know some people don't like to get their
これ
hands that close to a
難しいよ。
hot surface like this.
There must be another way
So
of
we're gonna
doing
let that first side
this.
sear.
Apply pressure, right?
At this
from
point
above,
now, I'm going to
basically.
season the onions a little bit.
Yeah,
When I
I'm
flip over
seasoning.
my burgers, I like to flip my spatula so that I can get some leverage under there, especially like if you're doing this on stainless steel and getting a real like meat to metal contact will create sort of chemical bonds that are really hard to break. So you really want to get
That's
a lot
why
of leverage
cast
in there.
iron to
On
not
cast
make
iron
it
it's a little bit
stick.
easier,
I
but
got
I still
it,
like to do this
okay.
just to make sure I get as much of the crust and the onions up
I need this
as
tool.
possible. Okay, so scrape it all off and give it a flip.
Ooh, that looks hard. That looks
We're
hard.
looking for sort of that nice crusty edge around there.
美味しそうねこれ。I like the music too.
All right. So now this is the stage where the onions are going to really start showing sort of all those different flavors.
Caramelized.
The onions
right?
that are directly in contact with the pan underneath are going to start to caramelize.
Caramelize!
The onions that are kind of frizzle around the edges are almost going to char and burn and get really crispy.
Is that good?
And then there's going to be some onions that are still sort of against the meat itself that are really going to just steam. And so you get all these different flavors of onions that kind of intermingle.
it's good to have
in
a
there.
mix.
I'm going to
Okay,
add
that's
some
what I
deli
thought,
sliced
okay.
American cheese, which is
Okay, I don't have this. I gotta buy this too. I
always
gotta
a
get
favorite
some
of mine.
cheese.
American cheese is pretty key
What's
because
American
American cheese
cheese,
has
though?
emulsifying salts in it that help it melt in a way
Emulsifying
that
salts.
other cheeses can't. Of course, if you like, cheddar, Swiss, whatever you want, it'll work in here. So I'm now going to take my top buns, untoasted, and I'm going to place them on top of the patties here.
What
And
if
then
you
we're
don't
going to take
have
our bottom buns and place them on top. And the idea here is we're going to cover this all up.
Okay, that's a lot of
Those
tricks.
steaming
This
vapors
is
from
too
the onions
much.
are going to kind of
Look, can we just
permeate
stop at here?
top bun. American cheese has emulsifying salts in it
How
that help it
important are
melt
the
in a
buns?
way
The buns are
that
pretty important,
other
aren't
cheeses
they?
can't. Of course, if you like, cheddar, Swiss, whatever you want, it'll work in here. So I'm now going to take my top buns, untoasted, and I'm going to place them on top of the patties here. And then we're going to take our bottom buns and place them on top. And the idea here is we're going to cover this all up. Those steaming vapors from the onions are going to kind of permeate the buns and give them all that onion flavor, and everything's going to kind of turn into this
Really?
soft-
You're saying that the fucking vapors will add flavor? Okay, I think that's bullshit. But we'll see. I mean, I can't do this. I don't. Where the fuck do you get these buns from? Jesus Christ.
No, it's what my friend Ed Levine refers to as the cosmic oneness. I think you're going to get you get this really nice cosmic oneness between the onions and the cheese and the burgers and the buns.
Is that
all held
really
together
true?
with American cheese and
I'm a bit doubtful.
onion vapor.
We'll
At
see.
home, I have what I call the onion towel. This is a trick I learned from a slider joint in Detroit called Telway. You place it over your steaming buns.
this part,
you want to tuck it in so that
what?
the edges don't burn. Your towel's going to permanently
No.
smell like onions. So if the New York Times
Can we have an
Kitchen did not have
alternative,
an
like,
onion towel
practical thing
before,
here,
now they have
please?
an onion towel. We're going to give it just a couple minutes. We're going to feel the steam coming through. The nice thing about the towel is that it really traps it directly against it. So if you put a domed lid, the buns can actually get a little bit sort of wet as steam condenses on the top, and you
That's
get little
fine.
water droplets sometimes. A towel will steam it.
That's
while
fine. I don't
also
give a shit. if The
preventing
top
that
is
from
wet.
happening. So I think
See, that's
it
what I
is
like about
the
this guy.
best
He'll
way.
explain to you, like, when he says do this. Well, what if you don't do it? What happens? Well, your buns get wet. Whatever. Things get wet. Who cares? Who cares?
All right. So now you can take off your soft. Ooh, nice and soft. You can take your bottom buns. I like to do bottomings on these types of burgers. Pick it all up, nice stack like that, right? Then you take your bottom bun, stick it there.
You don't want to put like butter or like
slide it out,
mayo
and you just
or
hand it to someone, and it's good to go.
you don't add lettuce. I don't add lettuce. Lettuce will do jack shit for this, right?
Look at that. Doesn't it look good? frizzled bits, kind of caramelized bits. I know.
See, I think the secret here is gotta be the caramelized onions. Okay, without that, it's too flat. It's just too breaded meat. Cheese is very important too, isn't it? Oh man.
Underneath there's going to be these nice kind of steamed onions. The cheese
Like
just sells everything.
the caramelized onions is like, it's good with everything. I don't know what to tell you, man. This shit is like magic. This caramelized onion. Why the fuck did no one tell me this earlier? I guess if people told me earlier, it wouldn't be so cool now. I guess what makes it so special now is that I feel like a little secret, you know, like Illuminati secret. Caramelized onions are fucking good. Like, that's probably why. Once Fubgun's telling you that caramelized onions are good, it won't be as good anymore, I guess.
Everything together. The buns are nice and soft and steamy. I haven't even eaten it yet, and I know it's going to be delicious.
It looks good, though.
I didn't put anything on here. I don't think it needs condiments. The most I would maybe do
Really?
is pickles for myself, but you know, you
No
can do whatever
tomato,
you want.
lettuce? Really?
This is worth having your house smell like onions for a week, and definitely worth having an onion towel at home. There really is a sort
Really?
of magic way in which the onion vapors just get through everything. It's one of these burgers where it doesn't taste like a series of components mixed together. It just tastes like this one delicious whole.
Oh,
that's all
yeah?
mixed together with onion steam. I love it.
I'm
Oklahoma onion
sold.
burgers, onions, beef, cheese. A lot of onion steam. That's about it. You can
Okay.
get this recipe anywhere online. New York
I'll have
Times
to see
recipes,
it.
And a whole bunch of other great New York Times
The
recipes at
oneness.
NYT Cooking.
It tastes like one thing and not just separate things altogether. Look, that was a fucking great video, and I'm gonna try making this because man, just look at that. That's food porn. I mean, you don't add a lettuce and tomato in there. It looks much better. You even need butter? I know a lot of places use butter, right, to make it to add punch or fatty taste. I guess you don't need it because I guess if your meat is juicy and fatty enough, the butter becomes too excessive, huh? I have to try this. I'm so curious. I can do this. Well, that's it. I'm gonna go look upstairs and I'm gonna look for a benri or nyun or whatever you call it. Oroshi desho. Anyway, that's it.